Alright, looks like we're live. And yeah, today I'm a bit lazy, so I would like just to watch video. There is some GitHub event was actually need to go and check. Building for developers. So it's day 2 Keynote. It's day 1 recap. Yeah, this is, guess this is Keynote, so I wanna just watch it. Yeah, let's speed up it a little bit.
Good morning. Thank you for being here, everyone. It's so great to see all of you. I'm Thomas, and I'm a developer. And today is the day I've been waiting for the last 8 months. Today, what we will do on the stage, how we will build, what we will launch, it will redefine the essence of software development itself. This is
I actually never watch GitHub events, but I think there's something about Copilot, so it's quite interesting to me.
This is a moment long in the making. Now, if you recall, it was just a few weeks after GitHub Universe last year when AI had its big bang moment. ChatGPT exploded onto the scene. It washed over the airwaves. It was the most consequential disruption to technology since the advent of the internet browser. Our global consciousness has not been the same since. But for GitHub, our generative AI story did not start there. It dates back all the way to 2020. And it's documented in a white paper we internally call the Coding Oracle paper. Back in 2020, a group of our wildly talented engineers got their hands on a raw version of OpenAI's GPT-3 model. And with this model, they sought to answer a single question. Was an automated pair programmer fact or fiction? Could this transformer model, this strange, thoughtful machine, actually help solve the tasks of an everyday developer? Our team knuckled down and pulled together a bunch of tasks, like standard exercises developers often do in job interviews. I remember hopping on a call, and one by one, we fed these exercises into the model and observed what happened. And in 2020, out of 203 handcrafted programming exercises, when prompted, the model solved 93% of them. 3 years ago, it already solved 93%. This was the genesis. This was the moment. This is what won me over, and I tell you, it takes a lot to win over a skeptical German developer. And our engineers put that feeling down in writing that AI would, and I quote, change developer tools in fundamental ways. In particular, an automated pair programmer can be built that puts the collective knowledge of the entire GitHub community at the fingertips of every individual. Big statement, right? Early statement. But we took a risk and we built the world's first at-scale AI pair programmer, a novel tool with a large language model before the world was ready. And today, with more than 1 million paid users across 190 countries, GitHub Copilot is now the most widely adopted AI developer tool in history. And from this worldwide adoption, we have seen the most stunning evidence of productivity gains since we got rid of punch cards in assembly language. Already, Copilot is making developers 55% faster in coding. A 55% productivity gain, the biggest ever experience in the first year of a novel developer tool. And people truly love using it. Open source maintainers, students, teachers, developers in Fortune 500 companies. From Shopify to Mercado Libre to Mercedes to PwC, in just a short period of time, GitHub Copilot has become the greatest competitive advantage in any software-driven business. And now over 37,000 organizations are using Copilot to achieve more. It's been adopted by organizations at all sizes and across all sectors and industries. Today, the pair programmer we dreamed of in the Coding Oracle paper has accelerated beyond even our wildest aspirations. But AI-supported code completion was always just the starting point, the change agent for the bigger picture. Many professional developers actually only code like 2 hours a day. So what use is it if developers build blazingly fast in the editor just to drown in mundane tasks when the initial coding is complete? This was the conviction behind our Copilot X vision announcement in March. It was the first view of AI sailing beyond the editor and infusing the entire developer lifecycle. And we did not let that vision escape us, and in the last 8 months, we created something even bigger. In a world where developer shortages are on the rise, in a world where billions of lines of code form the foundation of the global economy, in a world where developers are still expected to keep up with COBOL, legacy code dating back to the 1960s, and yet still built for tomorrow, we simply have to make it easier for developers to do it all and to do it all with a Copilot. Just as GitHub was founded on Git, today we are refounded on Copilot. AI is now the electricity powering the home for the world's developers. In just a short time, the pair programmer that started it all has evolved, expanded, and transformed GitHub into the AI-powered developer platform. From the idea to the issue, to building and coding, to reviewing, securing, deploying, to GitHub.com itself, GitHub is now powered by Copilot every step. And this is real today, and we're going to show it to you right now.
Okay, I think from here this more interesting, starting more interesting part. But yeah, generally said that AI is a big thing to improve development experience, which is I think true, and it's just a starting point, and it will go in this direction more and more. So let's see.
Now, back in March, we shared Copilot Chat, our vision for conversational assistance with all of you for the very first time. Built right into your favorite editor, we designed Chat to help every developer build the big picture, all in natural language. We've made Chat even more powerful since. But seeing is believing, right? The contribution graph is cool, but today, I thought it'd be even cooler to build a new app called myfirstcommit.com to figure out when mine and every developer on GitHub's first commit happened. Now, we can see who in here is the real OG of GitHub. My least favorite part about starting a new project is the starting part. Who likes a blank space, after all? Thankfully, Copilot has me covered. With Chat, I'll be able to explain what I need all in natural language and skip all the boring project setup. I'm going to open the Chat panel in my editor to give me a bit more space to read. And then we're
So okay, let's sign in. Yeah, maybe we will not just watch and try play around a little bit this VS Code, since I'm not using it. Updated. Maybe let's require restart. I don't know. Okay, this is chat. I can see it here, and open session in editor. Okay.
We're going to use a new slash command to generate an entire project in Visual Studio Code. If you haven't used slash commands before, they're a powerful tool to help you execute your most common chat commands with just a single word, saving you even more keystrokes. I've got a list of requirements already in my head, so I'll feed those into the new command and let Copilot build the scaffolding I need. We're going to use Next.js with React components and our design system primer, and we'll call the app myfirstcommit. You'll notice how Copilot gives me the structure for my new project, so I could create it right here. But I'm going to jump to a workspace Copilot created for me earlier that I've already started tinkering with. Let's see what we're working with here by heading to Simple Browser and typing in Thomas's handle. Okay, we've got basic page navigation and most of Thomas's info, right? Honestly, I think you look better here, Thomas. Just kidding. So let's go right by heading to Simple Browser, workspace Copilot created for me, so I could create it right here. But I'm going to jump to a workspace for my first commit, the React components, and our design system primer, and we'll call the app my first. Scaffolding I need. We're going to use Next.js with React components.
Oh. So this is create Next.js app with latest dependency that uses React components. React DOM, and React brand style components, and Axios in pin package don't use TypeScript, and adds code to call GitHub REST API to display information about specific user, including their first commit, named up as my first commit. All right. So what is workspace? I'm not sure, but let's do new, create new tower project with white React.js and Tailwind CSS as frontend.
Components, and our design system primer, and we'll call the app My First Commit. You'll notice how Copilot gives me the structure for my new project, so I could create it right here. But I'm going to jump to a workspace Copilot created for me earlier.
What can I do? Name up screenshot to code. Maybe I can do combine this and this.
That I've already started tinkering with. Let's see what we're working with here by heading to Simple Browser and typing in Thomas's handle. Okay, we've got basic page navigation and most of Thomas's info, right? Honestly, I think you look better here, Thomas. Just kidding. So let's go ahead and replace this hard-coded image with the actual picture from his user data. I'll select the URL, delete, and Copilot comes to the rescue. I'll save that, and it's generally a good idea to keep tabs on the box. So I'm going to add location here as well. We'll see Copilot is giving me exactly what I need. It never fails to be magical. And we also need to add this in the UI. And look, because we added location to our data, Copilot is smart enough to know that now we want to add it to the page. Tab, save, head back to the simple browser. There's the Thomas we know and love. Okay. It's time to grab that first commit now. It's been a little while since I've used GitHub Search API, so I'm going to ask for a little bit of help from Copilot. And don't you love when you can type perfectly on stage under pressure? All right, we're gonna ask Copilot, give it a second to think.
How can I get user comment history using GitHub search REST API in a single line code?
It always likes to get my heart rate up just a little bit. But it always comes through. It's giving me exactly what I need. I'm going to review this really fast. That looks great. Head back over here to my editor, and we're going to insert this with just one click. That'll bug me if I don't fix it now. Great, we've got that started. Now I need to include the commit date here. Looks awesome. And once again, we have to update our UI. All right, Copilot, 99% there, but we want our first commit. So we'll save, head back. Okay, we're almost there, but I'm pretty sure that data is wrong. And it looks a little funky. Let's see what's happening. All right. I see what I've done here. I don't have any ordering in. So I'm gonna go ahead and select this, and we're gonna use chat to help us figure out how to sort our commits here. I'll head back, and I'm gonna say update to include, to sort rather, by committer date. Give it a second to think. All right, that's looking good. But you know, when I'm on stage, I kind of get ascending and descending mixed up, and I need the oldest commits first. So I'm gonna ask Copilot to revise this answer by simply asking for the oldest to newest sort. Sort by oldest to newest. This is great because I can ask Copilot exactly what's in my mind, and it can translate it into the code I need. We'll take a look here. All right, that looks good. We'll go ahead and replace the line. Select, save. Oh, we've got something going on here. All right. You know what? I'm under time pressure here, so I'm just going to replace this with my trusty demo save. If anyone was second guessing if this was live or not, you've just got your answer. All right, this is looking good, but 2009, I was more worried about getting my driver's license that year rather than committing code. But I really don't need it down to the minute, so let's go ahead and clean that up. And rather than using the side panel like I've been doing, I can actually get Copilot to help me right in the editor, right on the line of code that I'm working on by pressing Command or Control-I. So for this line, let's ask to get rid of the time. Remove time and time zone. We'll give it a second to think. And, you know, I really love this new diff view because I can inspect the change before I actually agree to take it. And it's in a form that I'm so used to already. We'll save, head back. There it is. It's working exactly as we want. But that's not all. We've got one thing left, my favorite part, documentation. So let's head back. We're going to select the function we've been working in, and we're gonna bring up Copilot using inline chat one last time and use our doc / command. All right, that looks good. We're gonna accept. I gotta tell you, I'm exhausted. I must have pressed tab like 10 times. And wow, I need a break. Now, Copilot chat is coming to wherever you are, whether that's Visual Studio Code, Visual Studio, and now, IntelliJ, WebStorm, PyCharm, and other JetBrains IDEs are available in preview today.
Okay, this is
Chats in
interesting.
your favorite app.
So I definitely like what I see here. And yeah, maybe I should challenge myself to use VS Code for some time. New Vim Copilot chat. What people saying here? Copilot uses OpenAI codecs. Okay, maybe it will appear in New Vim at some point as well, but this is actually exactly what I feel like next step of my workflow when I'm using ChatGPT, and I'm thinking if it can be connected directly to my ADI and yeah, and have the context of my code, what I'm doing already there, so I can ask the questions. Yeah, from the context of my project, and this is super interesting.
Favorite editors. But now it's also in your pocket. We're breaking out of the editor and bringing Copilot Chat to your native iOS and Android app. Pretty cool. With the power of natural language on your mobile device, you can get answers to any programming question about your repositories, files, or docs. That's Copilot wherever you go, whether you're waiting in line at a coffee shop or procrastinating in the morning when you can't quite get out of bed. Copilot Chat is now in your IDE, it's coming to GitHub Mobile, and it's getting way more powerful. We've upgraded Copilot Chat with the power of GPT-4 and even more context from your editor. Slash commands and smart actions, so I'm only ever a click away from solving my next development task. And finally, inline chat, to help you iterate on code with Copilot without
It's GPT-4, so yeah, this is definitely interesting.
ever having to move your mouse. Everything I just rattled off, including the upgrades to Copilot Chat, Chat coming to mobile, JetBrains, and even Copilot in the CLI, will be in your existing Copilot subscription. Yes, you definitely heard that right. If you've got a Copilot subscription today, all of these features are coming to you. But when, you might ask? Next month. Copilot Chat will be generally available in just a few short weeks. All of this, taken together, will make natural language a new universal programming language for every developer on the planet.
Up until now, Copilot was just about code generation. That's changing today. GitHub is the AI-powered developer platform, from pull requests to security scanning to your repositories and more. Copilot is now integrated into every step of the developer workflow. Let me show you what I mean. So I've been working on styling the My First Commit app that Allison just started. It's coming along very nicely. Take a look. But I noticed that Thomas has been busy, and he submitted not one, but 2 PRs. So let's take a look at the first one. Okay, so it looks like there are a lot of file changes here, but I'm not seeing any tests. Oh, Thomas, coding 55% faster doesn't mean you get to write bad code 55% faster. So I'm going to open up this in a code space real quick, because even though Thomas wants to get this done quickly, I don't feel comfortable merging this without at least one unit test. And when I open up this in a code space, I don't even have to touch my local files. I can edit and make changes in an isolated dev environment in the cloud. All right, so I have the usercard.js component open. If I highlight the entire component, pop open Copilot Chat and type /test, Copilot is going to automatically generate an entire test suite for this component. Here it is telling me exactly what it's going to do, then it gives me the test, and then it tells me how to run it. Wow, how cool is that? Let me save this new test in a file. I'm gonna call it usercard.test.js. Awesome. Now, let me commit my changes real quick, because what I'm about to show you next is a game changer. Now, what I'm about to show you, for the very first time, is GitHub Copilot Chat integrated directly into github.com. That's right. Copilot has now expanded out of the editor. Let's take a look. So if I go back to the PR, and I go to, let's say, index.js, and select lines 25 through 45, click on the Copilot icon that pops up, and type, please explain this code. I always like to say please to the AI because you just never know. But take a look at this. Copilot Chat is telling me exactly what this code is doing, and it even went as far as breaking down the code into chunks, so it's easy for me to read and understand.
Okay, do we really have it already? If I go... Okay, let's go to some my open source project and pull request closed. No, it's not. Comment.
Of the editor. Let's take a look. So if I go back to the PR, and I go to, let's say, index.js, and select lines 25 through 40.
Do I have... Oh, actually it's... I have Git here. Oh my god. Git remote. What? Okay, so yeah, there is yeah, I think it was created by mistake, so this is fine. Yeah, I definitely wanna try this experience. Or the Copilot chat. But yeah, what about this feature? Oh, there is some icon. I don't have it. Is it will be some real commit?
Click on the Copilot icon that pops up and type, please explain this code. I always like to say please to the AI because you just never know. But take a look at this. Copilot chat is telling me exactly what this code is doing, and it even went as far as breaking down the code into chunks so it's easy for me to read and understand. This is the power of Copilot chats in GitHub.com.
How to enable Copilot chat in GitHub PR. You can use Copilot chat to answer general question about software development or specific question about the code in repository. The part of Copilot Enterprise Beta. So this is Enterprise Cloud. It's not available for everyone, I guess. Is there any date where it was posted? I don't think so. Okay, I assume it's not available to everyone at the moment.
Now, let's go back to the PR because I noticed that the description was a bit lacking. By the way, did you know that around 40% of pull requests don't have a description? Yeah, let's fix that. So we've added a new icon here for Copilot Actions. If I click on this summary command that popped up, Copilot is
So there is no any Copilot icon, so this is fine.
Copilot is going to help us us generate a detailed PR description. Copilot is no longer just in your editor. It is now integrated into PRs to help you with the mundane stuff like writing PR descriptions. Think about how long it takes you to come up with a meaningful summary of all your work. Let's just give it a minute. Woof! Would you look at that? Copilot just generated an entire description, very detailed, of all the changes that we've made so far. It even included little clicky links that I never would have bothered to add myself. Awesome. Now, let's take a look at that second PR. Okay, so it looks like there's a security issue around an unsanitized user input. We know that with GitHub Advanced Security, code scanning has always been able to find vulnerabilities in your code. But now, you don't just get a notification. There's a complete fix suggested right here with the power of AI. This is called Code Scanning Autofix. It suggests the changes you need to make to fix security vulnerabilities. If I click here, click Commit Changes, and just like that, we're secure. This is what we mean when we say that GitHub is the AI-powered developer platform. Now, I have some great news for you. This AI-powered code scanning autofix feature is available in preview today. And we're going even further with our security offerings, our AI-powered security offerings. GitHub Advanced Security has been able to scan for known secret patterns for a while. We have more great news for you. We're introducing a new AI-powered secret scanning tool, available in preview today. This will help you find secrets that don't have patterns, like passwords stored in source control, the cause of some of the most expensive exploits over recent years. Now, as we all know, the two hardest problems in computer science are naming things and regular expressions. So today, we're making it easier for you to write your own custom patterns with our new AI-powered regular expression assistant. This will all be included in your company's GitHub Advanced Security subscription. We are truly bringing AI to every part of the GitHub platform. And that means every part. GitHub.com is the home page for software development, where every project can begin, where developers collaborate, and where the open source community builds and maintains the world's code. Now, we're integrating Copilot directly into GitHub.com. This means you can dig into code, generate pull requests, and make the rest of your life so much easier, all with Copilot.
I don't get it. How can I join? So hit tab, Copilot, developer, preview. Copilot X, is it what? So, what we have here? Mission will be innovate. We partnered with OpenAI to create GitHub Copilot. We the world first at scale generative AI. To made with OpenAI connect countdown and descent of GPT 3. GitHub Copilot started a new age of software development as you So sorry. Okay, there is a potential it will be also in the Neovim at some point. At least it's already JetBrains, but the things it's always come first to the Visual Studio Code. Okay.
As we've just seen, code generation is an incredible tool. But one of the most challenging tasks when building software is understanding the complex systems we all work on. Developers today work on large, multi-service, multi-platform, multi-language, and often legacy code bases. To succeed, we have to build off a complex foundation, understanding all that code that came before us. With GitHub's powerful code intelligence, Copilot can help us get the critical information we need so we can build more faster. Let me show you how it works. Now, hold on. I'm logged in here to my personal account. Let me jump to my work account so I can show you how Copilot works for me as an employee here at GitHub. I'll use this brand new feature on github.com where I can switch users with a single click. That's better. All right, let's ask Copilot a question about shortening URLs. How would I create a short link for my first commit?
GitHub.com Copilot. Okay. GitHub.com. Okay, to use Copilot in the GitHub.com, you need the Copilot Enterprise license.
Large language models, like the ones that power Copilot, have strong generalist knowledge of programming languages, open source libraries, and popular frameworks. You can see here it's suggested we use Bitly. Now, we've heard from organizations and developers that you want Copilot to know more about you, your code, your documentation, your pull requests, and we built just that. Now Copilot is an expert on your company's code base too. Today, what I'm about to show you for the very first time is Copilot customized to your organization. Here, let's point Copilot at our internal documentation site. At GitHub, we call our internal doc site the hub. And we have our own internal URL shortener, GHIL. I'll ask the same question again. How would I create a short link for my first commit? And now Copilot is searching through our internal documentation and using it to answer our question. So you can see here, it not only knows the correct chat ops command to be able to create a short link using our internal service, it's inferring from my question what data to use in the command, and it's even giving me an example of how I could use it. Let me show you another example, this time using a project that I work on. Last year at Universe, we announced GitHub's all-new code search engine, codenamed Blackbird. And when we built it, we invented a new data structure to make search super fast, even at GitHub's huge scale. We call that data structure the geometric filter. I'll ask Copilot, what is the geometric filter? Now, we haven't published any information about it publicly, but now because I've given Copilot access to this repo, it can answer my questions about my code. Take a look at the answer it's giving us. Copilot is referencing specific files and giving us a breakdown of exactly how this data structure works. This answer is about as good as you'd get from any member of the Blackbird team. Think about what that means. With Copilot, you now have an expert available anytime to answer questions about your code base, right from your browser or IDE. And we're not done. We're taking the next step. We're now trialing fine-tuning the language model itself for several large customers, including AMD. By taking a model like GPT-4 and fine-tuning it on your company's code base, Copilot quickly learns to adapt to your company's unique coding style and conventions. We've seen that fine-tuning the model for customers with unique code bases can bring a massive performance improvement to their engineering teams. When combined with GitHub's powerful code intelligence and advanced fine-tuning, Copilot will feel right at home in your organization and help your company build even better together. But what about information that lives outside of GitHub? As developers, we all have a whole ecosystem of tools, like deployment infrastructure, monitoring, feature flags, and more. With Copilot, we can now bring information from all of these surfaces together in one place. Imagine, right from github.com or your IDE, being able to check the performance of a database query in production by asking DataStax how it's performing. Using our new APIs for Copilot, developers can extend Copilot for nearly any use case right within chat. You can even check the status of a feature flag using Launch Darkly, or ask Postman if you're using an API correctly. We're kicking off the early phases of this program with our debut partners as part of our new GitHub Copilot Partner Program, including Red Hat, HashiCorp, Datadog, and more. We can't wait to see what you'll build.
It's been a year since ChatGPT sparked the GenAI revolution and kicked off a new era of innovation in both business and software engineering. Since that moment, Accenture and GitHub have been working together to make the promise of AI-assisted software development real. At Accenture, we consider ourselves customer zero for GitHub. We experiment, scale, and share our learnings from our own usage and client engagements to help GitHub innovate faster. We were the first global company of our size to pilot GitHub Copilot, and we quickly learned a few key things. First, the promise of efficiency gains are real across multiple phases of the software delivery lifecycle. the real value comes from speed, code quality and security, and developer experience.
So I really need to ask my employer. Maybe we have. They suggest me to give some Copilot license, but I said I already have my personal one. It's fine. But maybe any chance they have some enterprise version, but I doubt. So I need to ask.
And where we see the biggest opportunity is integrating Copilot into an organization's end-to-end automation framework. Now, Accenture and GitHub are helping clients move beyond experimentation to make AI-assisted technology delivery pervasive. We're doing this by 1. Co-developing specific solutions using Copilot. 2. Integrating Copilot into Accenture's own automation platforms. And 3. By expanding Copilot to 50,000 Accenture developers. Accenture is proud to be at the forefront of AI-driven innovation with GitHub.
Pretty incredible, right? 50,000 developers at Accenture will fly at the speed of their own minds with Copilot. The original Copilot was just code completions, running inference on every keystroke. With Copilot Chat being generally available in December in Visual Studio and Visual Studio Code, and coming with GPT-4, inline chat, /commands, and powerful smart actions, Copilot expanded from code suggestions to a true pair programmer powered by AI. One that answers questions, explains code, finds bugs, and writes tests. And it's also coming to your mobile devices, coming to the command line, it's coming to JetBrains IDEs. And I'm happy to announce that all of this, every feature I just said, is included in your Copilot subscription. And it's the exact same price as before. Now,
Hey, hello, Big Peppy, how you doing? I'm watching this GitHub Universe Keynote and the new announcements about Copilot and everything. Yeah, I'm from Ukraine. Where from? Where are you from? Oh, okay. Czech Republic, right? Yeah. So this is really exciting. So what the difference between Copilot individual? We don't have IP indemnity, enterprise grade security, safety, and privacy. Interesting. And why you wrote Russian from the capital letter and Ukrainian from the lowercase? You know, it's a really hard time in Ukraine today. So everything about Russia is hurts people here. Okay, yeah, good to hear. Because you know, it's hard to understand what people think outside. Do they support Ukraine or Russia or something. It's definitely not just about like nationality. It should be about personality, but yeah. Yeah, I understand, because, but as I said, it's hard topics for Ukrainian people. When you should, anywhere you hear Russia, you need to kind of understand what people have in their mind. You can't just talk about something without understanding what people thinking about this topic. If it's not related to Russia, it doesn't matter. But when Russia word appear, it's hard. I don't know, I wouldn't divide it this way. Like, I'm from the east of Ukraine, and there is a lot of people that have relatives in the Russia, and I don't see any correlation there. Like, there is people who understand, and there is people who don't understand what's really happening. Because I don't know who can really understand what's happening and support this war, except the people who actually started this war, because they know what they want. But regular people who support, they just don't understand, or they do it for something, for money or something else. Yeah, it is. I'm originally from Mariupol. I wasn't there when it started, but my parents were here, my brother were here. It's horrible.
$19 per user per month for organizations, $10 for individuals. And of course, it's still free for teachers, students, and maintainers of popular open source projects. But on top of all of this, we've consistently heard from many of our enterprise customers
Yeah, for sure will help. Where what city are you from? I've been in Czech Republic, in Praha and Brno, and I think just for some hours, but still I really like it. Cool. How's things going there? Let's see. So it's on the border with Austria and near Slovakia. Cool. So it's kind of less than an hour to go to the van, right? My brother lives in Bratislava. I visited him once and I had train to van to visit van to see as a tourist. It was a train like, I don't know, 40 minutes. Are you a software developer? What are you doing?
That they would love to have the internal knowledge of their organization in Copilot. Today, we're bringing this customization together with every single Copilot feature into a new product that we call GitHub Copilot Enterprise. From Copilot in your pull requests to Copilot in your documentation, Copilot chat integrated in GitHub.com, all customized to all of you and your organization in one single offering. This personalized Copilot available at every stage of the software development lifecycle. By placing the collective knowledge of your organization's codebase at your developers' fingertips, they will not only write code 55% faster, they will keep the flow state and serve from idea to code to deployment while maintaining security, compliance, and quality. And they will be happy doing it. And I'm thrilled to share that we will start the preview of Copilot Enterprise today, and it will be generally available in February 2024 for $39. Copilot Enterprise will give rise to a new wave of digital transformation as we know it, and create a competitive.
Okay, it's not available yet. So we'll be starting 2024. Okay.
Advantage for every organization in our world that is dependent on software. But don't just take it from me. Today we have got a special guest who knows quite a lot about digitally transforming an organization. Please join me in welcoming, for the very first time ever at GitHub Universe, the CEO of Microsoft, Satya Nadella. Great to see you, Satya.
Thank you so much.
Satya, I introduced you as the CEO of Microsoft, but you're really the biggest super fan of GitHub Copilot.
No, I am. I mean, in fact, I was just listening to all the announcements and reading about it, and I must say, in the last a year and a half maybe, since I've been using GitHub Copilot, my weekends have changed. You know, I can code again. I mean, the joy of coding is back.
Okay, YouTube said no one really watched what Satya Nadella is talking about.
I'd say Code Spaces, Copilot, and now I'm really looking for people. I remember to say
Years, you know, then
sort of steward GitHub. You know, when I think about the form so the developers can then build basically all our work before we even decided to.
There is,
fundamentally changing.
I guess, about zero useful information.
It's about making the barrier to entry lower, and it's going to be stunning to me. The other thing that I'd also say is what you're doing, like communicating in this multi-agent framework. That I think is going to be really next level. Maybe next year when we're back here, we can start talking about some of that stuff.
Incredible. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Wow, what incredible insights and what an incredible keynote it's been. Today, we have shown you how developers can go above and beyond with the power of natural language and Copilot. And we truly think this AI-powered developer platform will change the world. Thank you for being part of all of this, and thank you to everybody at GitHub that worked so hard in the last few weeks to get us to this moment. And please, give it up for our presenters, Alison, Kadesha, and Colin. Wait, don't switch off if you're online. I think I forgot something. And if you know me, you know that even in my teenage days, coding back in the 1990s, I've always admired Steve Jobs. And 13 years ago, on the stage here in Yerba Buena, Steve launched the iPad. And so I'm so excited to say this. There is one more thing. Steve talked a lot about the concept of machines accelerating human progress. He described the home computer as the bicycle of the mind, a new partnership between human and machine that could take us far beyond our own inherent abilities. And today, I can't help but think that we have arrived at the next phase of this partnership. Software developers' embrace of GitHub Copilot has shown the world how humans can symbiotically partner with intelligent machines to make big ideas even easier to deliver. Today, we are thrilled to announce an early glimpse of a revolutionary new future, and we're calling it Copilot Workspace.
Every day, millions of developers start from a very familiar place, GitHub issues. So we created an AI-native workflow that dramatically simplifies the way you use natural language to turn these great ideas into code. We call it the Copilot Workspace. Starting with any GitHub issue, Copilot Workspace automatically proposes a solution based on its deep understanding of the code base, issue replies, link tasks, everything. Copilot Workspace then builds a step-by-step plan to implement the changes so that you know exactly what needs to be done.
Okay, I need to listen it once again.
Today, we are thrilled to announce an early glimpse of a revolutionary new future, and we're calling it Copilot Workspace.
Every day, millions of developers start from a very familiar place, GitHub issues. So we created an AI-native workflow that dramatically simplifies the way you use natural language to turn these great ideas into code. We call it the Copilot Workspace. Starting with any GitHub issue, Copilot Workspace automatically proposes a solution based on its deep understanding of the code base, issue replies, link tasks, everything. Copilot Workspace then builds a step-by-step plan to implement the changes so that you know exactly what needs to be done. And if something isn't quite right, the spec and plan are fully editable, so you can easily steer Copilot in the right direction. Once you're happy with the plan, simply click Implement and let Copilot chase down the necessary changes across your entire repository. And beyond simply synthesizing code, Copilot Workspace builds and tests the changes and validates that they're successful. It will even run your code so you can verify the fix visually. This looks great! Since the workspace is designed for collaboration, you can edit any of the suggested changes. And if you accidentally introduce an error along the way, Copilot will automatically catch it, repair it, and rerun the code. Once the issue is fixed, it's easy to create a pull request with a generated summary of your work. This lets your team review, merge, and deploy faster than ever. We're building Copilot Workspace so you can turn your creativity into reality every single day.
Copilot Workspace is just one of the horizon visions our team at GitHub Next is developing. When Workspace is released in 2024, we will be a consequential leap closer to an age where developers can use AI as a second brain to stream creativity into creation.
Okay, I don't really get what this workspace is. Like, we tried to actually use chat to create this code base, and yeah, we use workspace keyword, but I don't really get it. So So yeah, it was really interesting to me to watch this keynote. There is also second day keynote, probably worth to watch as well. Okay, it's actually time to go. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.